Hey there folks, Ash here with another Power Rangers comic review, and in this video we're going to be talking about Drakken New Dawn issue number 2. And there's a lot to go over. So the issue opens up with them finally taking off the helmet to the Metal Man, and big surprise that we kind of found out on the weekend, it's Jason. That's right, Jason Lee Scott is alive. He's been alive the whole time, which is a big surprise for me, and I kind of wish this wasn't the preview we got for the upcoming issue. I kind of wish this should have been the big reveal we got reading the comic when we opened it up, because it is the big page turn reveal, but oh well, it is what it is. It's a cool reveal either way, because I was on the fence that Jason had possibly died, but that's not the case. He is alive and well, and things are very different after coming out of Deadlock. And this is kind of a touching reunion for Zach, Trini, and Kimberly, because they thought Jason was dead for those 10 plus years. They thought he was gone, donezo, bitten the dust, Drakken had killed him, but he was alive the whole time, and this is almost a reunion for 4 out of the 5 original Rangers, and a lot of people are hoping that Billy's alive in the World of the Coinless, but I think I can safely confirm that Billy is dead because he died in Trini's arms way back in that war 10 years ago. So I'm pretty sure Billy's dead unless some sort of comic mumbo jumbo brings him back to life. But I think Billy is gone. So this is kind of a mini reunion we're getting between these characters. So Kimberly confirms that Drakken is dead, and Jason's sobbing. He's sobbing with joy that Drakken's dead. The nightmare is finally over. Well, for now, because Adam comes rushing into the room, telling everyone what's going on, that they're being invaded by an alien army. And this next panel, I freaking love, because Adam runs in saying, "There's something you need to know," and Jason just jumps in and socks Adam right in the face, saying, "Ranger Slayer, we're under attack," or "Kim, we're under attack, it's a Ranger Sentry," and just socks Adam in the face. And Kimberly has to restrain him, saying, "Hey, chill out, he's a friend," and Jason has no idea what is going on, because he's seeing all these enemies from his past around him, Scorpina, Ranger Sentries. Things aren't what they seem, because after Drakken's death, people needed a place to live there to form alliances, and Jason doesn't understand why these enemies allies now. He doesn't grasp that concept, saying, "Hey, we hated these people made us suffer, you're now on their side," and we'll get into that in a bit, because there's a lot to go over with Jason's views on everything going on right now, because that is a lot to take in. So Adam comes rushing in, like I said earlier, and gives them the situation, saying, "Hey, there's this alien race, they're invading, they're destroying everything in sight, I got some info, I kind of ran from the battle because I knew I was outmatched, and I'm sorry for that." And Scorpina, I love Scorpina in this mini comic, because she is just full of sass and attitude, and she's like, "Hey, no one would blame you, Adam. I mean, running from a battle you can't win, you did the right thing." And Scorpina's like, "This is Eclipta, I kind of know about it," and Trini's like, "Hey, how do you know this person?" And Scorpina's like, "Well, yeah, I'll tell you about that." So way back in the earlier days, Scorpina from the main timeline, which is from the timeline from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic, is trapped in the World of the Coinless. Remember, when the very first Lord Drakken arc started up, Scorpina got sucked into that universe and has been chilling out in that universe for the longest time. And I kind of forgot about it, to be honest, until I was reminded in this panel. I remember every now and then, but this was the full reminder. So we get a flashback of many years ago where Scorpina and Drakken are chilling on the roof, and they're just chilling. They're chilling and talking about Rita Repulsa, where Scorpina appears to be missing Rita Repulsa in her timeline. And this is where Drakken takes advantage of this whole situation, where this is fucked up, especially the final page where Drakken plays her like a fiddle, and you get that big shit-eating grin on Lord Drakken's face that we'll get to in a little bit, unless I've got it up early in post-editing. Maybe I do, who knows. So this is where they have this conversation where Drakken tells this big lie to Scorpina, saying, "Hey, the Rangers in my timeline killed Rita Repulsa, she's dead, she was pretty awesome, you're very loyal to your friend, and let's have a big tribute to Rita Repulsa across the universe. That's what she would have wanted. How can we do this?" And And this is where the flashback ends, and we kind of know what Lord Drakken's failsafe is kind of about. So Drakken's failsafe is something that was created if Drakken was to die. If Drakken was to die, then that would mean someone would come to Earth and kill whoever killed him. So that was Drakken's master plan the entire time. And that's freaking crazy. So the whole deadlock, if deadlock failed, or if deadlock was destroyed, and if Drakken was killed, that would be the beacon signal to send out to space saying, hey, I'm dead, kill whoever killed me. And this is where Scorpina interjects once again with her sass, saying, hey, I told him I knew about Dark Specter, but not how to contact him. I'm not an idiot, and neither is Lord Drakken, or neither was Drakken. He must have figured a way to contact Eclipta on his own. So Drakken, with his knowledge, found a way to contact Eclipta, and this is what I really want to find out, which I don't know if we're going to get an answer to, because this is a very short miniseries. I kind of wish we got some sort of flashback, and maybe we'll see it in the mainline comics that we're getting in a couple of months, where we're going to explore more of Drakken. Maybe we'll find out how Drakken met those people. I don't know, but I want to find out how Drakken got in contact with Eclipta, and if he actually spoke with Dark Specter, because that would be something if that was to happen. I would love to see those two characters interacting, because, yeah, that's something. I just want to see Dark Specter in this comic appearing, which I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but if it does, that would be freaking awesome. So Scorpina's like, look, Eclipta's gonna basically ruin our defenses, she's gonna whittle them down, see how strong we are, and then she's gonna send Dark Specter to finish the job. So I'm gonna bounce, I'm taking my sentries and we're getting the fuck out of here. And this is where Adam's like, hey, running won't solve anything. If we've got a chance at fighting, we should fight. I mean, Ranger Slayer's got a power coin. What if we use her power coin in the diffuser and create a whole army of sentries that take on this army? And this is where Jason butts in and loses his shit. He pins Adam down and starts wailing on the motherfucker. And this is where Scorpina interjects as well, saying, hey, look, Jason, Mr. Scott, we thought you were dead, let's fix that. And this is where Jason is just so worn-torn, he doesn't give a fuck, he wants to die apparently, and he says, go ahead, I'd rather die than watch you dishonor the Ranger's memory than you already have. And Zach's like, come on man, and Jason's like, hey, your power coins have been sitting in the diffuser for years, why haven't you reclaimed them, your Power Rangers? And this is where Zack says the sentries would lose their powers. It would spark a war. Well, Zack and Trini both interject with that. And Jason goes, no, you're scared because Drakken taught you to be scared. And Kimberly's like, hey, Jason, calm down. And this is where Jason goes, do you even know what the diffuser means? What it meant to Drakken? What this thing meant to Drakken? Because this is where you sort of get the, origin of the diffuser and how all the Ranger sentries came to be. So this is where we get a flashback where we've got a captured Jason by Lord Drakken, and this whole flashback is brutal because Drakken asks Jason, what does the power coins mean to you? And Jason says, it means good can triumph over evil, the power itself is less important, it's how you wield it, it means everything. And Drakken goes, exactly, that's why I'm keeping it for myself, to be more precise. Well, I'm sharing it to be precise. So Drakken makes this big dictator speech saying, hey, these were meant for a single person due to the whole Morphin grid, but we're going to share them out because Zordon was scared. You know, Zordon was scared that if too many people had this power, they'd overthrow him, and he was worried that it wouldn't make the world a better place. So Drakken just gives this whole speech about Zordon was scared, I'm going to change things and all this stuff, and this is where Jason sort of has his mental breakdown why he doesn't like the sentries and how they basically broke everything the Power Rangers stand for, because he had to watch on the screen that his suit that he used, his morphing powers that he used for justice and good and stuff like that, were being used for evil, to kill, to do horrible things, and he blames it on himself. And he wanted to set things right, so he tried escaping several times. And he nearly did, but Drakken caught him at every moment, and that's how he eventually got in the armor. But even in the armor, Jason tried escaping, and this is where Drakken had this fucked up plan. this plan is fucked up. So, Jason wants to escape. He's confronting Lord Drakken and Ranger Slayer, and Drakken says, hey, if you try escaping, here's your friend Ranger Slayer, she's under my control, she can do horrible things, and if you try escaping again, I'll order her to kill herself in front of you. So, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That is fucked on all kinds of levels, but that just shows how fucked up of a ruler Drakken is, how he played his cards and knew how to mess with people on a mental and psychological level. Like, he knew how to get inside people's heads. So this is where the comic takes this weird power struggle, take the soldiers' weapons away debate between Kimberly and Jason, where things are very, like, I agree on both sides, but I understand where both sides are coming from in this argument the two characters have. So Jason says, I remember, it's a simple question, Kim, do you want your powers back or not? And Kimberly goes, of course, but it's not that simple. Most of the army is made up of Ranger sentries. If they lost their powers, it would be... And Jason says, what, unfair? Like how Drakken stole our power coins and gave them to them in the first place? And Kimberly's like, hey, we can't let the last of Drakken's, we can't let the last of Drakken's survivors tear themselves apart so we can pretend to be teenagers again. And this is where Jason says, that's right, you've changed. What are you supposed to be, Kim? Ranger Slayer, Pink Ranger, or Lady Drakken? And she, it's like what we kind of got in the last issue where that guy called Kimberly just another Drakken, and Jason does the same thing again, calling someone who used to be his best friend like another Drakken. And this is where Jason puts his foot down and says, you don't know, huh? I'll tell you one thing, if you put your coin on that diffuser, you're damn sure not a Power Ranger anymore. None of us are. So yeah, they get this big glaring moment between one another. And then we have this moment between Adam and Scorpina, where Scorpina has this sort of mental breakdown or crying moment where she finds out the real Rita in her timeline is alive, and the one that Drakken killed wasn't even her Rita. But the thing is, she served the murderer the whole time, thinking that Drakken was a good person the whole time, and that kind of sucks. Like, that's a thing within itself to talk about, but that kind of sucks for Scorpina. You do feel sorry for her there. So Adam consoles her and comforts her, saying, hey, I'm comforting you, and she's like, I hate it, and Adam's like, should I stop? And she's like, no. Which I kind of like that moment. I did like that moment between them. That was a fun little moment. So this revelation gives Scorpina to fight. She wants to fight Eclipta again, and she says, hey, we gotta take out the messenger before they can call Dark Specter, so that's all they've got to do. All they can do is kill Eclipta before she can call the messenger, and that will stop this whole invasion, that will stop the world from being taken over. So Ranger Slayer agrees and says, alright, get the Ranger sentries ready, we're going to war, and Jason is done. Jason's like, fuck it, I'm done, I can't reach my friends, the rest is I've got nothing to do with it, I've spent enough time in the company of pacifists, I'm leaving, I'm out of here. So Jason decides to sit this one out because there's not much he can do. Even though he's in that big tin plate of armor, he doesn't want to help his friends. So a giant battle ensues between the world of the Coinless, the Sentries, Ranger Slayer, Eclipta, the Quantrons, and the good guys get their asses handed to them. They get their butts kicked. Things don't work out for them because they get wrecked. Ranger Slayer gets wrecked, Zack and Trini gets wrecked, Scorpina gets wrecked, Adam almost gets a good hit on Eclipta, but then he demorphs and powers down. His sentry powers are gone. All the sentry powers are gone, and this forces our heroes to retreat, and we don't know why they demorphed. A lot of people think that Eclipta did it, but Scorpina kind of has an answer to that, and we don't find out what she says, but we have an idea why everyone lost their powers. So, because the good guys had to retreat, Eclipta is able to send a message out to Dark Specter, and he is coming. He is possibly coming in issue 3. I hope he does come, because if they kill him, he's like the last evil known in the universe that is a threat to Earth and the Power Rangers in this planet. So, everyone's getting into a fist fight. Things aren't looking good. And then the final panel ends with Jason standing on top of the building, morphed as the Red Ranger, saying, will the Power Rangers form together? Like, he makes this big speech and it ends with Jason saying, "It's time to bring back the Power Rangers." And in his hand, he's holding several power coins. One of them he's flipping up in the air, so that's probably one of them. But it seems like the finale of Drakken New Dawn is going to end with the Power Rangers returning and a battle between them and Dark Specter and his forces. So that is freaking crazy that Drakken New Dawn is ending on this note, because this is getting crazier and crazier, and I'm wondering if whatever's happening in Drakken New Dawn is going to set up for whatever's happening in the other comics, like the main comics, like Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers that we're getting in November. I'm wondering if those comics are going to tie into Drakken New Dawn, or Drakken New Dawn is going to tie into them. I guess we'll find out in a couple of months. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of Drakken New Dawn issue number 2. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. How do you think this mini-series is going to end? Tell me down below. I love to hear your thoughts, love to hear opinions, all that good stuff. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and like the video if you enjoyed it. Anyway guys, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Peace.